Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to talk about matplotlib, the introduction of matplotlib, and also we are going to discuss about the numpy. So this numpy is it will generate different numbers for us. Then the matplotlib library, it will plot different graphs for us. So let us start by importing the numpy. So we are going to import numpy as np. Then we'll import matplotlib as plt pyplot as plt. So we are going to generate an array. So let us say x is equals to np dot array. Then we are going to give a list of, let's say, 5 numbers. So I'm going to start with 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Then also we are going to generate another variable, that is y. And we are going to give it the same length as x, that is 5 numbers. And I'm going to give it a list of 5 numbers, and I'm going to start with 80, then 90, 60, 70, and lastly we are going to give it as 30. So first we are going to plot the line graphs. So and then we are going to use now this matplotlib to plot these different graphs. So let us start by plotting a line graph, that is plt dot plot. So we are going to plot a graph of x against y. So we're going to give it x and then y. Then lastly we're going to show our graph after plotting, that is plt.show. So let us run this. So as you can see, we have right here our line graph starting from 80. Then it is right here it is increased by 10. Then it has dropped now up to 30. So we can give now different features in this graph of ours. You can give the title, also the x title, and also the y title. So let us first give it a title. So let us that is right here, we're going to plt dot title, and our title, since it is a string, we are going to give it inside the quotation mark. So let's say the marks of student, of different student. Then so if we run it, so as you can see right here, we have the marks of different students. So this is our title. So this piece of code will give you the title of your graph. Then next also you are going to give now the x label, that is x label. So I'm going to give it let's say now the number of students, and also I'm going to give now the y label, that is plt dot y label. And I'm going to give it as now the marks, student marks or student scores. So let us run and see. So as you can see right here, we have now the y label, and also right here we have the student the number of students. So this is the x label and this is the y label. So next we are going to now give the marks, that is now the markers. So let us give it the markers. So right here in our main plot, we're going to give it a marker is equals to, we're going to give it O, that is 0, so that it can give us now the points where the student scores and also the student number of student intersect. So let us run and see. So as you can see right here, we have now the markers that is indicated by O, and also we can also change the color of this graph. You can also change the color of this graph by assigning another function right here, that is color is equals to, let us give it as green. So let us run it, then we'll see the results. So recently it was blue, so let us see our new graph. We're expecting it to be green, so we have it right here with the green in color. Then next we are going now to grid our graph. So we have a function that always now grid this graph. That is very simple. You just give it as plt.grid. So let us run. So as you can see, we have now grids in our graph. So this is just a basic introduction now to matplotlib. You can plot different graphs now using this function or the library called the matplotlib. So next we are going to plot now the histogram. So this we have right here, we have just a symbol. These are few numbers where you can just interpret it and show the results. But in case you have a larger number, then you can't use the line plot to plot this type of or let's say to interpret your results. You need now the histogram to interpret your results. So we are going to generate a random number, and we are going to give our variable name as x. X is equals to np dot random, and we want it to be normal, that is normal distribution. So that is from 170 by 10 to 50. So right here, if we print x, then we'll have a large number that we can't interpret using the line graph. So we'll be needed now to plot now the histogram for us now to get the frequency or the density distribution of our random number. So if we print x, as you can see, we have a lot of numbers, so you can't obtain now this through the line graph. So let us now use the histogram to interpret this. So that is plt.hist, and we are going to give a variable name x. So let me remove this print function. If you run this piece of code right here, you will not see your graph, and the reason why you can't see your graph is because you have not shown, or let's say you have not tell your computer now to show you the graph. So you need now to show your graph, that is plt.show. So we are going to obtain our histogram. So as you can see right here, we have now our histogram, and also you can give it the title, that is plt.title, and also you can also give it the x label and also the y label. So, and also you can change the color and also the width of our graph right here. So let us now move next, or let me show you how to give it the x label and also the title, and then you'll give the y label, that is plt.y label. I'm going to give it is, let's say, frequency, and then dot our x label, I'm going to give it is now let's say the not distribution, but rather the, let's say the random numbers. So you can also, so I'll give you an assignment of now labeling the title. You give it a graph, a title, and also you'll give the width of the bars. So let us try, so that you can have the Y label and also the X label. So we have right here the frequency distribution, and right here the X label is the random numbers. So next, I'm going now to plot now the scatter plots. I'm going to give two variable, that is Y, and I'm going to say you can also just give the list instead of using the the numpy. You can give a list of, let's say, 5 numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And X, we are going to give it different numbers also. X is equals to, let's say, 900, and that is just, I'm guessing the numbers, 700, 450, 200, and lastly I'm going to give it as 40. So we are going to plot a scatter plot, that is pld.scatter, and I'm going to give X versus Y. Let me give Y versus X, and lastly I'm going now to show a graph, that is pld.show. So let us run this and see. Let me close this. So right here we have our scatter plot. So instead of you plotting the line graph, you can also plot a scatter plot, and also you can give now the X labels, the title, and also the X label. So next we are going now to plot now the pie chart, and on our pie chart we are going to give two variables, that is labels and also the values. So let us start with values, and I'm going to give a list of values, and I'm going to start with and it will be numbers. So values indicate numbers. I'm going to give the scores of different students. Let's say the first student age 90, then the second one age 76, the third one age 64, the fourth one age 50, and the last one age 36. Then this is now a list of scores of 5 students. Then I'm going now to give now the labels, that is now the names, labels. Let's say the label is equals to, let me give a different variable right here, so that you can see now the difference when I'm going to plot now the pie chart. So let me give it a cell for labels. So I'm going to give a list of names, and it will be going to be indicated by letters, that is A, then B, then C, D, and lastly I'm going to give it as an E. I'm going to give E right here. So this is two variable, that is the values and also the labels. Next I'm going to now to plot our pie chart, that is pld.pie, and I'm going now to give the values to take the first place, and next I'm going to give now labels is equals to. So this is the difference why I didn't want to give you a variable right here with the name label. So instead I give it as L. So our labels is equals to L. Then you are going to plot now a graph, that is plt.show. So let us run it and see. So as you can see right here, when now we have our graph, that is our pie chart, and normally the pie chart usually start at this angle right here, then it rotate and clockwise. So right here we have A, B, C and D. So our starting angle right here is 0, then right here is 90 degrees, then right here is 180 degrees, here is to 70 degrees and 360 degrees. So let us now, we can also change our start angle. So let us say that we want our start angle to be right here, that is 90 degrees. We can change this angle so that our pie chart start from this point and then move toward this direction. So let us change now our start angle. Start angle, we are going to give it as 90 degrees. So let us minimize this and let us run it and see. So as you can see, we have here our 90 degrees pie chart starting from this point. So right here we have 90 degrees right here. So and here is to 70, and right here is 0 degrees, and also right here is, yes, 180 degrees, and here is to 70 degrees. So with that said, we can also give now the legend of our graph. So let us give the legend, that is pld dot legend. And also let us close this first and then we run. So we have our legend right here, that is blue indicating our color of A, then B that with color orange, green. So also we can give now, let's say if we want now to exclude our student A, who had the highest score from the rest of our students, or we can also exclude student E, who had the lowest score from the rest of the student. So we use the function called explode, so that you can separate let's say a certain portion of your pie chart from the main graph. So let us separate this the student with the lowest marks, that is student E. So we are going to say E is equals to, and I'm going to give a tuple that is 0. So we can't eliminate the first student, we want to eliminate now the, not eliminate but separate the last student. Then I'm going to give it 0, 0, 0, and we are going to separate that student with a proportion of 0.5. So let us run it, and right here we need now to let us first put this code right here. Then this right here on our graph function, we are going now to give here explode is equals to L, not L but E. So let us run and see. So as you can see, we have separated this student E from the rest of this pie chart. So you can also separate also student A, B, C and D. So what you need now to do, if you want to separate now, let's say student A with the highest score, you can change here, let's say by 0.6, so that we can separate a student, the student with the highest score and also the student with the lowest score. So if you run it, then you'll have two portions being separated, that is student A and student E right there. Also you can give this legend a title, and also we are going to give it a title. So we are going to say title is equals to, let's say legend. You can give a different graph name, but because I want to now to show you how you can give the legend a title. I'm just going to give it as legend to indicate the title of our legend. So we run it right here. You can see we have our title name right here, that is a legend. Let's expand. As you can see, now we have it like this. We have our title of our legend right here, and also we have explode function whereby we separated a student A and student E with the highest score and the lowest score respectively. So I guess that is it for today. That is all you need to know about the matplotlib as a beginner, and then you can expand more and more about this library and also the numpy. So on my next class I'm going to show you now the function of the pandas and also the in full now the function of the numpy. So guys, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe to this video because your subscription is highly appreciated at this channel. So that is it for today. Let us meet next time.